A tenth part of When Your Stepfather Gives to a Man Whose Two Brothers Was Already Madly Obsessed with You. Author point of view. Taehyung had decorated his room with four balloons, two gifts, and one cake. That is all his personality can do. He called you and became worried when you told him that the driver still had not reached there to pick you. Taehyung called Jimin. While leaving the room, he yelled at his guard, Taehyung, go inside, Yan. But he got no response from you, and that ruined his heart. Taehyung, Yan. He was running to get his car. His feet froze when he heard you screaming. Taehyung, Yan, answer me. He blamed himself for being not there with you. Your screams were cutting his heart. Jimmy brought medicines and came back to waiting area where he left Jungkook. Jimmy, let's go. All your bones are fine. Jungkook, Taehyung was careful while beating me. He stood and started walking. Jungkook, do you think that Jan really forgave me? Jimin, if she said so, then she must had. She has a golden heart. Jungkook sighed. Jungkook, I lost a friend and a brother. Jimin, give them some time. Things will be better. Jimin took the call from Taehyung's guard. Jimin, yes. Fear spread on his face that worried Jungkook. Jungkook, what happened? Jimin, Jan, someone kidnapped her. Jungkook, what? He snatched the phone from him to get more details. Both left to find you. You were dragged in a room of a club. Two men were holding you, but you were struggling and screaming. David, calm down, girl. He stood tall. His arms and the neck were covered with yarn. Who are you? And why you? There were many scary people who were staring at you. Two men forced you on your knees, and David crouched down. David, you are more beautiful than pictures. You jerked his hand when he tried to touch you. David, furious, huh? He laughed. Standing on his feet, he pulled you up with your hairs. Jan, leave me, you cried out. David, you are here because your so-called lover, Taehyung, killed my brother. Hit on the couch and Eric clenched you. Jan, no, don't touch me.
While laughing, he let you go. You crawled to the corner of couch and hugged yourself.
You were scared very much. Eric, come on, let us. David, your beauty is the proof that why those brothers are wrapped around your finger. Eric, hey, if you can play them, then why not us? Their words were to your ears. Jan, Taehyung, he will kill you all. The threat snatched their smile. David strode and you, leaving print on your face. David, yeah, record it. One man opened the camera. David repeated the act. And then that Eric, Jan, please let me go. You were crying and begging. David, beg more. Your prince will be watching this. Eric on the couch, and you hit him there. Growling in pain, he backed away. You sat up, but there were many. How can you fight with all of them? David came closer, and with your hair, he made you look in the camera. Your nose was hurt, and tip was sore. David, we are going to crush this flower without any mercy. Taehyung intruded in a mansion and had killed everyone. Walls were all red, and death was screaming. Jimin and Jungkook also reached there. Jimin, hang about Yan, Taehyung. It's David. One of the guards came forward. Guard, sir, a video is sent to you. Taehyung, later. Guard, sir, it's. Taehyung snatched the phone from him and played the video. Jimin also moved to him, but Jungkook had no courage. Jimin, Yan, He gasped. Phone slipped from Taehyung's hand, and they were running out of the mansion. Jungkook picked that phone up. He was watching the video, and tears were leaving his eyes. The girl he loves was in hands of devils. It was painful for him to see that. Jungkook, Jan. He fell on his knees and was sobbing. You had no energy left to move when David pushed you on the floor. David, you recorded it? Man. Yes, sir. David, send this to Taehyung. He should be miserable. Your eyes spread and breath stuck. When you saw him, there was a huge tattoo on him. David, I should be the first one in all my men. Shaking your head, you tried to crawl back. Jan, no, please. David, every man here is dying to get up. You looked around. Hungry wolves were laughing. You felt it very unjust. You don't deserve this. David leaned. Your father, sir. He came in and sat with you. Your father, sir, please. Jan, Dad. You hugged him and felt safe. David, get out of here. Your father. We can plan a proper auction. People will get to know that now. You have Taehyung's girl. You shockingly stared at him. Shan, Dad, David, you have an hour. Get her dressed well. He left with others. Jan, how can you do this? Dad, your father. Dad, you didn't think about this, Dad, when you ran from home. Jan, because you were, he hit you. Your father. Do not worry. You will live a luxurious life. David was seated with a gang of all the dangerous leaders. David, you all can trade that girl, but at the end, that girl will be mine, with a huge price. They nodded. Some were already there. David, how much more time? He asked your father, just a few minutes. They must be bringing her here. So two girls who were wearing clothes pulled you up to the stage. All dancers stood back, and you were left alone for their eyes. David, she is an angel. They forced you to a dress that had a gown over it and was see-through. David started. One of the dancers came near you. Jan, what are you? You panicked when she was about to. David, you need to do it to get a good price. It was at the peak. You looked at your father, who was with them but was busy with the girls. Yeah, no, I will not, David. Let me help you then. He left his place and walked towards the stage. Jan, no, please. Please let me go. David, anyone who want to join me? You were a crying mess when Wild Man howled. David, where is Eric? Why he is still not here? A guard appeared. Guard, sir, Eric, he was killed on his way to here. David, what? Chaos spread in club and firing started. David saw his guards getting killed. He grabbed your wrist when his gaze fell on Taehyung, who was walking in like a king. Yan, Taehyung, you felt alive. David, yeah, I will kill you, girl. He clenching you, he put you at the point. Taehyung, you know that. You messed up, right? Him asking with a smile had trembled David's legs. David, I will really kill her. More men came in. Jimin was their leader. He shot the David in his leg when he tried to pull you along. He fell down and leaving the stage, you ran towards Taehyung. Jan, Taehyung, he hugged you tightly. Jan, are you okay? You were just crying. Jungkook, Jan. He also came and sighed when he saw you safe. Jimin, we should leave. Taehyung, you people go. I will first handle David. He forcibly hand over you to Jimin and moved towards David. Jimin, I will stay. He nodded at Jungkook and he held your hand to take you out. Their cars were parked on other side of the road. Jungkook chuckled when a man was about to attack him, but he attacked back. Jungkook, let's go. You stumbled and fell down. Jungkook, Jan, hey, he held you and saw that your feet were injured. That was done by Eric because you had kicked him. Jungkook, I will kill every one of them. He whipped your tears and lifted you in his arms. Jungkook, key, here in my jacket. You pulled out the key and unlocked the car. He was about to settle you inside, but then growled. His face twisted and eyes darkened. Jungkook. Then you saw a man standing behind him who had attacked him. Your eyes widened. Sean, now, to be continued. Our hero saved her, but will Jungkook survive or not? Please do comment. Thanks for watching and love you all.